Good morning, Royals. Today is Wednesday, April 16th, 2025. My name is Katie.
And I'm Ellie.
And this is the Royal Rundown.
Royals, if you're interested in becoming a Blue Crew leader for the 2025-2026 school year, video applications are due this Sunday, April 20th by midnight. If you have any questions, check your Class F page for more information.
Congratulations to the HSE esports team for sending 2 teams to the state championship on April 26th at Ball State. Wishing them good luck before their competition next week.
Best Buddies is having a friendship walk on Sunday, April 27th at the Celebration Plaza at Wright River State Park. The opening ceremonies begin at 10:20 a.m. and the walk begins at 10:40.
Royals, did you know that there are designated spots for senior parking? Let's send it over to Catherine for more information.
You might have drove to school in the morning and seen this sign in our CCA parking lot and wondered if it's actually real. We checked in with seniors and juniors of HSE to see if they would be interested in reintroducing the idea of senior parking to the HSE parking lot. Let's see what they have to say.
The parking lot is kind of just like a nightmare, both getting into school and getting out of school, like for a variety of reasons. I think people speeding is an issue. I think people just being unaware. And I think that if nothing changes, something pretty nasty could happen.
I would be interested because, parking is a big issue, especially if you get there even 8:05, which is 25 minutes before school starts. You can be all the way in the back of athletic and take a 5-minute walk just to get to the doors.
I think it'd be super fun to paint the spots. I think it would add kind of a sort of uniqueness to everybody, and I think art can explain people's emotions and stuff and who they are, so I think that could be a fun aspect to do for sure.
I think a big parking situation that could be fixed is just getting out faster with the lines being so backed up. I know that there's cones to kind of help prevent that, but I think that also sometimes causes more backups and people just cut people off, and I think something could really be done in the flow of getting out of the parking lot at 3.
I think me knowing that I could come to school later than I normally do and be able to park closer to the school would be a great thing to have. I think on your parking spots, it's just a way to express yourself, and also if you're parking and painting closer to the school, the incoming freshmen get to see what kind of community we have on the floor before they walk into the school. I think it would just create a safer environment. There's a lot of people that come in late, and it ensures that the oldest people in the school, apart from teachers, have a reserved parking spot.
Now that we have insight from HSE seniors and juniors, maybe this idea can be reconsidered in the near future. Now let's head back to the studio.
Thanks, Catherine. Now on to Max with your world news.
Thanks, Ellie. Ukrainian authorities have reported that 117 were injured and 34 were killed in the drone strikes on the center of Sumy. The Trump administration has frozen $2 billion worth of funding for Harvard University after the school refused to comply with a list of changes from the administration. These changes including reforming the university's international admissions to, quote, prevent admitting students hostile to the American values and institutions, as well as requiring the adoption of merit-based hiring and admissions. Harvard President Alan Garber wrote in a statement, quote, the university will not surrender its independence or relinquish its constitutional rights. Garber's full statement can be read on the Harvard website with a link to the full letter provided in the statement. Now on to Jack with sports.
Thanks, guys. Royals, we've got lots of sports tonight, so let's get into it. First, we've got your boys varsity golf against Westfield at Prairie View Golf Course. You've also got your unified track and field intra-squad, your JV and varsity lacrosse against Cathedral. You've also got your girls JV and varsity tennis, boys baseball JV Royal and White, all against Zionsville. Your girls freshman softball against Plainfield High School. And finally, your boys JV2 Volleyball Power League. Let's go, Royals. Good luck, and now back to the studio.
Thanks, Jack. Hey, Royals. I'm Jacqueline.
And I'm Ella, and here's the weather forecast for this week. Today there will be a high of 59 and a low of 37.
Tomorrow it will be mostly cloudy but pretty warm with a high of 66 and a low of 55. On Friday, there's a chance of severe storms with sustained winds of 18 miles per hour. The high will be 79 and the low will be 54.
In the west, it will be mostly cloudy with some rain, and in the central U.S., it's supposed to be sunny in most areas.
And in the northeast, there will be a mix of rain and snow, and in the southeast, it should be sunnier.
Now back to you, Katie.
That's all we have for your news today, Royals. Thanks for helping us keep you informed and up to date on all things HSE.